What's up, YouTube? This is Joshua Choate, and I'm coming with you today with a masked hero deck profile. So my build's a little bit different because mine is more of a turbo build. And you're about to see how everything works out, how I run different cards than other people. I do run a form change because your opponents, usually when you bring out a big hero like Diane, Divine Wind, or Acid, your opponent's going to try to get rid of them. So form change really helps. But enough of me talking, let's just get into the deck profile. So we're running 2 Shadow Mist. Reason why we're running 2, because he's not the soul of the deck. He just helps you search and stuff. In my opinion, 2 is better than 3 because your opponent will negate your monster, will negate your Summoner Monk's effect and sometimes your Goblinberg's effect. So running 3 Shadow Mist is kind of trippy. Running 2 Alias. I still like Alias because he's always been there. 3 Bubble Man. I just noticed I ran 3 Bubble Man, but it's mostly because you can always special summon him from your hand, because most of the time he's going to be the only monster in your hand. Running 1 Wild Heart, 1 Goblinberg, just in case you get it with Shadow Mist or Bubble Man. And 2 Summoner Monks. So yeah. Then for the spells, running triple E-Call. E-Call, I'm still running at 3. Because even if your opponent stops Summoner Monk, you need triple E-Call to go instant searcher to your deck. Running 3 Rhoda. I'm still running 3. You need the search engine, because after you get all the heroes to your hand, you can go for you can go for an OTK really easily. Then I'm playing 3 Mass Change, of course. Just you need the card if you're trying to play the updated hero deck. They're running 2 Mass Change second. So this card can target anything. So let's say I use Snatch Steal to take my opponent's Stardust. I can just use Mass Change second, turn it into Divine Wind. Or I can use it on Summoner Monk or Goblinberg. Mass Change second is just a really good card. Then I'm running 1 Form Change. Form Change, like I said, if I bring out a big level 8 mask hero monster and you try to get rid of it, I can just form change, and if it turns out I only run 1 form change, but it's still good. But if you need your big monsters, if your opponent tries to get rid of your big mask hero monster, you need form change to make it through the rest of the game, or it might change the whole duel around. Running 1 mass charge. Think about putting another one in here. Because I do run Parallel World Fusion, and I might take it out to put in another mass charge. They're running triple Miracle Fusion, because most of your stuff is going to go to the grave. Almost all your stuff is going to go to the grave, because I used to run Fusion, Hero Gate, but now I had to change it to Mask Heroes, because to be honest, this deck is probably a little bit better. Even though my Hero Gates used to top a lot, this deck is just more fast and it's more powerful, I'll say. Then I'm running 1 Parallel World Fusion, which I might replace for Mass Charge. A Parallel World Fusion does come in handy because since I am running 3 Miracle Fusion, you can use this. Running triple MST. Since I'm preparing this deck for regionals, that's the only reason I'm running 3. If I wasn't preparing this for regionals, I would only run 2. But I'm running 3 of that. 1 Power Duality. I was running 2, but then in this deck you special summon a lot, so 2 Power Duality will kind of hurt you. But you can use Power Duality because you have decent traps in here and stuff that can help you to the next turn. And plus, you do run Alias, so it can help. Running 1 Dark Hole, 1 Snatch Steal. That's for the spell. Now for the traps we're running, 2 Call the Hunted, 2 Mirror Force, Torrential, Bottomless, and Compulse. We don't run a huge trap engine because it is smart to run a big trap engine, but since you need consecutive, you need to have, it needs to be, the build needs to be fast enough. So, if you run too many traps, you won't get all the plays off. And now for the extra deck, running 2 Dark Law, 1 Diane, 1 Acid, Divine Wind. Like I said, this is mostly for form change and snatch steal. Koga, Contrast Hero Chaos. That's for like the mask hero stuff. For elemental stuff, we're running 2 Absolute Zero. When I was running Hero Gate, I ran 3 Absolute Zero and 3 Shining. But I am really, like, in this deck, you can't run 3 of each. I was still running 3 Absolute Zero, but, the deck can't hold 3 Absolute Zero because you need room for all the other good stuff. Running 1 Shining, I literally just took 1 out because I never bring out more than 1 Shining in the duel, especially with only 2 Alias. 1 Gaia, that's why I'm running Wild Heart and Goblinberg. 1 Escuado, he's just good in this deck because of Mask Hero stuff. Excalibur, Blade Armor Ninja, and Full-Time Papillary Operative. Papillary Operative, doesn't matter. But I'm going to replace Papillary Operative with something else. But everything in this deck I think belongs here. I kind of like her because she's a light target for Shining. And she flips stuff from face down to face up and reduces its attack. And that's pretty good in Shaddolls, depending on which Shaddol you're flipping up. But yeah, that's my Mask Hero deck. I hope you enjoyed it. It's really fun. I've been testing it on YGO Pro, and it's doing pretty good. So please comment or subscribe. I hope you like it. Thank you.